Hey guys, welcome to Hurting Little Cows to the Glory of God. I just realized if I have granola in my teeth, I'll explain in a minute why that happened. And if my hair's unruly and all of those things. So it is, 8:30 on Sunday night. So you've watched the past 2 days. Well, if you've watched the past 2 days, you've seen Naomi, Virginia, and Waylon doing the videos. We decided that you should come back and see me because otherwise you guys are going to be too excited to see them. And then when the nights they don't do it, no one's going to watch. So you're stuck with boring old me tonight. So anyway, today is Sunday. We woke up bright and early at 5:30 a.m. because Josiah had a big seizure. There he is. We do not feel this has to do with his seizure reduction, his med reduction. He is now off one of his medicines. We had a very long, busy, exciting day yesterday. If you watched the daily yesterday, you saw we had a celebration of life service for someone we've known for a long, long time. And, we've known him for 18 years, but that was the 18 years of his life. We've known him since he was 6 months old. And so that was very hard just emotionally, and a lot of chaos and a lot of people that the kids don't remember coming and saying hi to them, just a lot of different things. And then we had a family over that was traveling through the area, and they had 12 of their children with them. So that makes for a very busy time. It was very fun. We had a very enjoyable time. And then by the time they left and we got dinner made and baths given, it was time for bed. So long day yesterday meant that 5:30 this morning felt very early. We usually wake up at 6, but it still felt very early. Josiah had a big seizure. But then we got up and started our day, and he was seeming to be doing fine. We went about and did therapy, and then went off to church, had breakfast. Oh, so newsflash, I have started a sourdough starter, and it seems to have worked, and I didn't mold it, and I'm very, very excited. So Mark's doing something camera. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
So I was very excited with the sourdough starter, and this morning we made our first food from it. We made sourdough pancakes that were really good. You didn't have to let them sit extra long. So the idea of sourdough is that there's phytic acid, I might not be saying that right, on the flour, and if you use a long fermentation process, it allows that acid to break down, and therefore your stomach can eat it easier. People with celiac still cannot eat this, but people who have problems with gluten can eat it. I just feel like it's healthier on your body, and I feel that it's something that people have been using forms of this for years and years and years. So anyway, I started a sourdough starter last week. I've been feeding it every day, feeding it twice a day some days, and this morning it was sour and bubbly and good, and we had sourdough pancakes, which everyone liked, so that was very fun. So we had sourdough pancakes and eggs for breakfast. We then went off to church. The church service was very good. It was talking about the life of Samson. It was talking about when Samson's wife was taken away from him and given to another. So he got mad and he decided to tie 300 foxes together and burn their tails. So they went running through the vineyard and the wheat and burnt everything down. So they were like, we don't like that. So we're going to go kill the father of the girl who was taken from you. Didn't bother Samson. And then I don't remember the rest because I had to go deal with some stuff. So
he got to Jesus eventually.
I had to leave at the end of the sermon, and I'm sure he got to Jesus. I just missed out what he said. There was a little girl at church who was having an allergic reaction to something. She was fine, but her eye was just getting a little swelled up. And so I was out trying to get her Benadryl and deal with, a nursing baby and all of that stuff. So all those things, I missed the end of the sermon. But it was good. There's my baby. So I will take the camera if you give me the camera, and he can go help with whatever baby needs are. So anyway, I want to put it here.
No, you want to come this way.
I want to come this way.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try to leave it here.
Yeah, you're good. So
okay.
Just if you have the...
There we go. He's trying to set it down.
Yeah. Move it down a little bit.
Okay, so he's going to go deal. The girls are trying to hold the baby right now. So I'll explain the rest of what happened today. So we went to church. The church we've been going to usually has a breakfast or lunch. Today they had a lunch for the members because there was a meeting going on and we didn't want to stay around for the meeting. So we went. Instead, we took a picnic lunch and we went to Whaleback Shell Midden, which is an area near here where they don't really know why, but there were a whole bunch of oyster shells, and they actually ended up building an entire factory,
Yeah.
I guess you'd say, to collect these shells and cook them down and put them into chicken feed. So we had never been there before. It was a nice little walk down to the river, and you got to see where the shells are all piled up on both sides. This side was called whaleback shell midden because of how big the pile was. It looked like a whaleback. I liked looking across the other one, and its name was Glidden Midden, which I just thought was really cool. Midden, Midden, is a shell pile, I guess. I don't know. But we went to that. It was a very nice walk. Not something you'd drive out of your way for necessarily, but we drive right by it to get back from church. So we went there. Then we took Wayland with us we drove down through, if you know our area, we drove down through Waldoboro and Friendship, which are towns near us. They're out on a peninsula. You get to see some lobster boats. You get to see some very pretty stuff. On our way back, we stopped at a playground. There's a playground called Kevin's Landing, which there was a man who died. I don't remember all the details, but he was a younger man. He was in his early 20s, I think. And his family put together this playground that's really geared to like 5 and under, but my older kids still like it because it's right on the ocean and it's really pretty. So we all went there, stopped and played, but it was really, really windy. Today wasn't super warm. It was like 60, 65, maybe 70. But when you're down on the water and it's windy, it felt much cooler than that. We were all in sweatshirts. So that brings us home at about 3. We spent some time with my mom and played outside. Josiah was having a rough time outside and it was getting cold. So we all came in.
It got rained on.
Got rained on a little bit. Did some treatments for Josiah to help with some just small little seizures he was having. He has these like little look-off seizures where he just kind of, I'm having a seizure, and then he's right back. He was having some of those like back to back. So we did some treatments to help those. Then we had supper. Oh, I forgot to tell you, lunch. We had a picnic lunch. So we had some cheese and crackers, and he had some crackers and guacamole. We had some apples. We had some carrots, different stuff. It was just kind of some snacky things that we had.
Pictures of all of our adventures are on my Facebook.
Yes, look at Mark's Facebook. They might be on mine too. I think he tagged me in them. Then we had supper, which Virginia made, which we just cooked up some hamburger and some beans we already had cooked and some rice, and we just had like taco bowls and more guacamole. Josiah has decided he loves guacamole, so that's our new treat.
You look awful cute.
Then we read the book that I put in our library reveal the other day, Gross as a Snot Otter. And reading that book, it also goes on to gross as a chipmunk and gross as all these different things. It had gross as a giraffe. I think it was a giraffe. Was the giraffe the one? I'm asking him. Okay, so gross as a giraffe, I think, was talking about how when it's time to mate, the male will drink the urine of the female to see if her hormones are the right balance
It's like a
to
pH test.
Yeah, to see if it's her time to mate. And then he'll mate with her. So we just found that very interesting. We also found out that dumpy tree frogs make this like little, it sounds like you're stepping on a animal, like a little, what's it called? I don't know.
Whoopee cushion?
Like a little, it just makes a little squeaky noise. So like you're stepping on a squeaky toy type thing. But when it gets really scared, it screams. And it really screams and is really kind of scary.
Look it up on the interwebs.
We looked it up. There's a video, I think it's about 5 minutes long, that has a cat that is going after this dumpy frog. And that's dumpy tree frog. And it's screaming. It's pretty interesting. We like to look up things like that when we find them. So anyway, I was just remembering the friend we went to the Celebration for Life for yesterday.
Yeah.
People were posting, he liked random facts. So people were saying in memory of him, post random facts. We should post the giraffe drinking the pee one on there. That would be kind of funny. Okay.
Maybe I would have appreciated that.
He would have appreciated that.
Specifically.
So anyway, we had supper. We read the book. Kids were going crazy. We were very touchy today. I think it was from our long day yesterday. Are you okay? Yeah, okay. We were very touchy today. So we had children who didn't get out of the car first. So we had a meltdown where they just totally were like, ah! Because they didn't get what they wanted. Or then we all got out of the car and they weren't the first to grandma's house. So they threw themselves on the ground and screamed. We don't typically have temper tantrums like that. So everyone's just dealing with a little overtiredness. So after we did Snot Otter, we got everyone ready for bed and we prayed, and we had a bunch of people who did a lot of prayers, so that was good, but it kept us up later. And then we put them to bed. And then And then, so I finally got them to bed. Malachi wanted mommy, so I'm trying to feed the baby and deal with Malachi. Get him back in bed when he needs to be. He falls asleep. I was like, okay, he's asleep. I'm going to take our little camera to watch Josiah, go to the living room, hand off the baby so that I can have a bowl of granola. Well, while I was in the middle of granola, somebody had a seizure. So I sent Daddy running because he could get there faster than me. I came in. We both dealt with him. It wasn't a super bad seizure, just where his bed is. You kind of have to like climb in to get to him. And so it was just kind of, it's a fiasco. Any seizure is a fiasco, it just is. So we teamwork moved him out of his bed and put him in here where he's doing better. He's tired. That's why he's looking this way. Because
right, hold on. Hey, Bob. Hey.
He normally would have gone to bed an hour and a half ago. So he slept for just a few minutes and then has seizure. And so this is what he looks like. He doesn't always look like this. He is definitely doing a lot better being off the medicine in that he has a lot more energy and he's able to do, like he did all his therapy crawlings today. It's Sunday, so we didn't do everything, but did all his therapy crawlings, was playing at the playground, had plenty of energy. But now he's tired. And so, yeah, that's why I look kind of how I do, because we just decided to do a video after we got him all settled. So
I think you look good.
So that's what we're doing today on Hurting Little Cows to the Glory of God. Join us next time when hopefully we won't be so tired. Tomorrow, the roof is getting done. So we will see you guys then. Bye.